Hello everyone, welcome back to Silent Hill 2 Remake. We are still in the prison, so we've got to find two memos and then proceed on to the Labyrinth. Okay, so now we had to head to the infirmary. I think that's the last stop before you go into the basement of the prison, the underground room. That's where you find the ritual monster that's invisible. Oh, we have these to deal with. I've got to get used to the controls again. I was playing Alan Wake 2. I actually finished Alan Wake 2 for the first time yesterday. Very interesting game. Very interesting ending too. But now I have to play the final draft version to get the actual true ending to the game. I could just look it up on YouTube, but I don't really feel like cheating it that way because they say they do add a couple more new things. They do add some new things. I wonder if you can get around them. Alright, there's one. Where did the other nurse go? She over here? Oh yeah, there she is right there. It just feels so natural at this point. Give it a few minutes and it all comes back. See if we can grab this one. Got her. More bullets that we can use. And we got the upper floor key. That's the memo detailing the illness that's sweeping through the prison. So they had quite a pandemic going on there in Toluca prison. They never really say what it is though. They just hint that it's very deadly and very crippling for the patients, but they never really state exactly what the disease is. Depending on the time frame, it could be one of many diseases. Or it might not even be natural, it might be the town just retaliating for them being there in the first place. Okay, so we got that key. I think it's time to head back over to the... Where are we going? The other section, not the warehouse. The warden's office, that's where we're going. I also played the first DLC for the Night Springs DLC. I played the first episode starring Rose the waitress. If there was ever something more insane than Silent Hill, I think they hit the jackpot on that one. I think that is way crazier than even Silent Hill in some respects. That that DLC, episode 1 of Night Springs. That thing is insane. It's hilarious, but it's also straight up bonkers. It's one of the most insane things you'll ever play. Definitely give it a shot if you finish the main game. At least the enemies don't respawn in this difficulty, they stay dead. They don't get back up easily compared to a hard mode, where they definitely get back up even if you hit them a lot of times. Oh, we still gotta do the dove door too. So we still got quite a bit of the prison left. Then we have to head to the Labyrinth. I wonder how the abstract daddy fight is gonna go just using melee. That's gonna be some. I'm willing to wager we're gonna lose a lot of health on that one, since we can't shoot it at all. Where the hell? Where the hell did you come from? Where the hell did that thing come from? There was nothing here when we passed by. This is reminding me, I really want to play the Batman games. I was looking up the best way to play them on modern consoles, but unfortunately there is no such thing. Apparently the best versions are the PC, which I don't like playing because I don't like playing that type of game with a keyboard and mouse. I'd have to set up a controller to play, and I'd also have to purchase the PC versions, which I don't have. Then you have the Switch versions, which is apparently a bit of a train wreck. 1 and 2 aren't as bad, but apparently they still run super questionable. And 3 is a complete disaster. I don't need 3 because I have that on the PS4. But Asylum and City are... looks like I have to play them on the 360. That's the best version to play. Because since the PS3 can't record easily, and I lost the cord to be able to record easily, I have no idea how to... I have no idea how to go about recording that. You get out of here. They can actually phase through this gate too in a rare glitch. Oh damn, no matter what you pick it always goes to sick. I was gonna type in wife sick after Mary, but no, it looks like no matter what you type, it always goes to sick. That's sick. I really wanted to do Arkham Asylum on the PS3 because I also wanted to get all the trophies there. I never got them for the PS3 version, only the 360 version. PS3 version had Joker, the stage, but at the same time, it's just gonna be a major hassle trying to get that thing running on the PS3. It's fine if I play it on my own, but it's just almost impossible to record, so I think I'm better off just playing them on the 360. That's a lot easier to record. You just pop in the HDMI cable into the laptop and there you go. Just set up Elgato and you're good to go. Those are really fun games, but you need a lot of time to complete them. They are pretty long. Maybe something to do after we finish Silent Hill 2. Our next AAA game. Besides Astrobot, which we still haven't finished. Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver Remasters comes out in 5 days. I'm excited for it. I was gonna play the original Soul Reaver with the HD mod from the fan, but I think I'm gonna pass on that because I'm not gonna have enough time. And two, like I said, the fan who made that HD mod basically by herself is directing the whole thing, and you also have Ben Lincoln overseeing the inclusion of deleted sections of the game so that we can explore them. Obviously you can't do much there, just look at them, but it's a nice touch. So there's really no point in playing the fan remaster when we're gonna get the actual remaster in a few days, and it was also made by those same exact fans. So it's one of those things where it would just be redundant to play it twice. Like try to play most of it in like 3 days from now on, and then starting on the 12th after I've installed it and taking care of some of the other games first, because I'm gonna finish some of them to then play it again on the 12th. It would just be completely redundant at that point. So technically we can go through here, but the problem with going through this area is that it is completely full of spider mannequins, so I'm not sure I actually want to go through there. I think we might as well just take the long way around, because that area, even though it looks like a shortcut, it is full of so many enemies I don't want to deal with right now. There's like 10 spider mannequins in there and I really don't feel like hunting them down, so you know what, we'll just go the normal way. If we can remember where the normal way is, because I don't remember it. Oh, I think it's this way. Alright, here we go. Yeah, it's the interrogation room. I should also give the original Silent Hill 2 a playthrough sometime after this, just to compare the notes and see what they did better here and what they did worse. But I also have to finish Silent Hill 3. And I still haven't done Tormented Souls. I wanted to do a playthrough of that. That would only take like 2 days because it's only it's a very short game, so it'll only take 2-hour sessions. You know, we do 2 hours one day, 2 hours the other day. But I really want to play Soul Reaver. I haven't played that game in quite a while, ever since I tested out the HD remaster by Reina Audrin. Keep your distance, fool. Can we jump? God damn, is it really good? God, you motherfucker. Just couldn't leave well enough alone, could you? I was gonna let you go. No, you motherfucker, you just had to. You just had to make a mess. Okay, so we go to the... Yeah, we go to the left. Oh, the lights aren't turned on. That's why they're attacking. Gotta turn on the lights. He just couldn't leave well enough alone. Alright, next we need to do the dove door, so... What do we have to put over there? Let's see. This one? I think it might be these two over here. There we go. Now we gotta head to the basement. It is to our left. So that is an open prison yard. Like I said, I never really thought it was open in the original. I guess because we just couldn't look up. I did not see that it was an open yard. I always thought it was an area contained indoors. Let's get out of here before one of those spider mannequins follows us through. Okay, and we find the last memo right there. Look at it. It's right there on the wall. That's our last memo until we get to the labyrinth. Gotta be careful here because they be hiding in the corners. That's locked. $77 health drinks. Nothing in this room. Who's coming? There's the last weight. You think we don't see you there? Gotcha. Well, that was cool. James hit it right as it was going to leap at him. He just hit it in midair. That's cool. Good reflexes there on James. Yeah, he just completely sidestepped that. This would have been more cool if maybe once you entered here under the wrong circumstances, the walls just closed in around you and killed you. That might have been people would have been annoyed, but that might have been slightly cooler if you could actually die in that cell. Because why else would they have a spike like this unless it was a death trap? I guess that's the whole point. It's designed to make you think it's a death trap and then it's actually harmless, but I would have preferred it if it actually could kill you. If you entered at the wrong moment or lingered too long in there and it actually could kill you, it would have been better, I think. That's just in my opinion. Someone is coming. It's probably a mannequin. Careful touching those rusty doors, James. There's no doctors here to give you a tetanus shot. If you get cut on there and some of that iron gets into your skin, you're it's your funeral. You're screwed at that point. Okay, we still gotta check the other cells, but we gotta open up this part right here. And that brings us to right over here. And then we just head straight towards the yard. So let's unlock this door. We're gonna go back down. Gotta go find the ritual monster. Nope. I heard her. I heard her before she even took a step. They do give off a unique sound unless you hear them before you catch sight of them. They sound very different from the other monsters in there. Kind of like a skittering sound. Almost like a pair of plastic legs moving before you actually see it. Which makes sense, they do look like they're a pair of plastic mannequin legs. Oh, look at that, there's one hiding right there. And there goes another one. Unfortunately, we can't leave them alone because they're just gonna come after us once they see the light. You gotta bait them into attacking you. I don't know why people say the combat is janky here. It looks pretty good to me. I guess if you're not actually good at it, that's when you start to dislike about it. Like, honestly, what else do you want? You can't do, like I said, the ultra janky combat system for the originals modern days. The game wouldn't sell at all. It would sell like shit. So you have to modernize it. God damn. Like, there's a difference between this and Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster, where they make the game so easy that it's almost unplayable. Like, it's no challenge at all. God damn! It's no challenge at all if you've played the original Dead Rising. And then they gave it casual mode? Really? Because what we needed for an ultra easy game was a casual mode to make it even easier. At that point, don't even play the game, just have the computer play the game for you. That's how easy it is. I've never understood why they did that ever since I read about it a couple weeks ago. So some fans actually call this guy the churro monster, because that's what it sounds like he's saying churro. It's actually saying ritual, but they make fun of it by imagining that he's saying churro. I wish you could kill him though. That's one thing they did wrong. You should have been able to shoot him right there in the cell. But here he's just a presence. A ghost. Before he was an actual creature that you could shoot. Presumably, I guess one of the spirits of the prison, you could kill him again. Which is all sorts of messed up, but yeah, there you go. He was once an actual solid creature that you could kill. Oh, the memo is actually on F6. It's not that one you collect, it's the one in F6. Never mind, we had our memos crossed. It's actually the one in F6. That's the one you go get. So press F6 and F5. There we go. There's F5 and there's F6. What about F4? What's over here? Oh yeah, the paintings. Woman in Flight. I read some person making this long ass theory on the Reddit about what these paintings actually meant. They were going deep into like the town's history and the hotels and all that stuff, and how this might have represented like the burning hotel or something like that. It amazes me. It just amazes me that people don't realize this is Angela, Woman in Flight, because she's lost everything. She's running from what she did. And then obviously this is Eddie. This one's a lot more obscure to figure out, but you can tell if that one's Angela and the other is James, then this has to be Eddie. He was made fun of at a recital, so I'm guessing that's where it all started. 436 people laughing at him, and that left a huge scar on him. And then obviously Burning Man, this is James, because the hotel burned down, and it also James is burning for what he did to Mary. So it just amazes me that once you play this game, it's so simple to figure out, and people still miss it and keep on making these long-ass convoluted theories that make no sense, trying to explain those three paintings. Even in the original, it's just they're Angela, Eddie, and James. Like, what else do you expect? There's no great mystery about that one. You know, not everything in Silent Hill has some insanely convoluted explanation. Some things are pretty simple. Some things are exactly what they appear to be. Not everything is hidden in some convoluted meaning, you know. Like those 3 paintings represent the 3 protagonists. It's easy. I figured that out even way back on during the original. Let's grab the memo first. There you go. We got all the memos from the prison. Now we get a bit of a break because there are no memos in the labyrinth at all. There's only one glimpse of the past. It's after you find your way to the room with the hanging cage, and there's a breakable wall nearby, and there's also 2 photos that you have to collect, but there's no memos at all, so we can just focus strictly on the photos and the one glimpse. So this is their version of when you get locked in the cell in the original. I guess it's making it seem like it's something gigantic out there. We heard something like a squealing or something. Now that I think about it, I think that's Pyramid Head killing a whole bunch of mannequins upstairs. That's where you go and you find like the 15 mannequins in a row. I think before I thought those were some of the ones we had killed, and I was amazed that there were so many of them, but I think those are the mannequins that are being slaughtered by Pyramid Head now. That's why it sounds so heavy, because he's using the great knife to strike them down. So he's hitting them with the great knife, and every time it hits the ground, it echoes above where you are. Because look at that, we're right here. And then look at where we are relative to the position of the prison. So I think this probably just represents a Pyramid Head killing a whole bunch of mannequins upstairs. Although it would have been cool if you stayed, again, if you stayed in the cell long enough, it could actually kill you. Like even inadvertently, if it could actually kill you if you stayed too long in the cell. That would have been a cool little detail right there. You know, you think you're safe, and then all of a sudden the roof collapses on you and you're dead. I would have appreciated like that. You know, I don't like one-hit kill monsters, but it's occasionally fine to have a one-hit kill trap in a game. I don't think that's anything that unusual for a survival horror game. I think that's something you can do pretty well. Alright, so we emerged from this place, so we just gotta run straight ahead. We also gotta make sure to turn on the light, because otherwise those mannequins are gonna jump on us like jumping spiders. Oh damn, we can't turn it on. Oh yeah, because he killed everyone. See, there you go, there he is. Yeah, so there's no need to turn... Oh, he killed the patient demon too. There's no need to turn the light anymore because he killed everyone. So it's over and done with. And now it's earlier in the morning here, I'm guessing, so that's why we're getting a bit of light. I wonder what the puzzle's gonna be. How convoluted it's gonna be. This one always gets me. I'm never quite sure where to I'm never quite sure where to put all of them. Is it this one? Nope. Do we put this one? God damn, I thought I had it there for a moment. God damn it, which one is it? Oh, I thought it was gonna be that one. Is it this one? Got it. There you go. Not too bad. I'm never gonna remember that sequence. Unfortunately, puzzles like that are some of the ones that my memory can't really handle in terms of storing it permanently. So I'm never gonna remember that puzzle ever, no matter how long I play this game or how many times I play it how many times I replay it over the next couple of years. I'm never gonna remember that sequence. There's just too many factors involved. Alright, so here we go. So I have a theory that there's two nooses that you can pull. There's two correct ones that are justified, and then there's four that aren't, because I've seen more than one solution that can work. So I think as long as it makes sense, there's two nooses you can actually pull. And this one is different every time, so it's not one of the others. Okay, so let's look at one. Under veil of nightfall and the ink of dusk, a blazing inferno engulfs the wooden husk. Screams of the innocent fill the night sky. He who held it loose now watches them die. So that's the arsonist. We know he's guilty. Nope. We gotta find the flames. Nope. James, go to the third. That's not one. It's not that one. Not that one. Not that one. It's gotta be this one. Here we go. Death of the blameless, a damnable sin, racked with guilt, his soul withers from within. Yet among the pure, the vile would also dwell. Demons dressed in piety, they perished as well. Yeah, so he was trying to kill the nuns and the priests who were evil. In one, it's nuns. It might have been different here, but he was trying to kill the evil religious people, and he ended up killing the children too. But that one's less justifiable because he killed them as well. He could have found some other way to actually kill the nuns that wouldn't have hurt the children. In twilight's grasp, a thief emerges sly. Through the veils of night, his purpose veiled awry. His nimble fingers like whisper they glide. In the goods of others, his knees does reside. That's one of the thieves. I think it's this one. With hands that tremble, he seizes what he must. A wretched dance fueled by hunger's trust. Poverty's embrace fuels his misdeeds, trying to survive the burst of needs. It's that one. That's the guy we gotta pull on the noose, number 2. Because he's just trying to get something to eat. But we're gonna do these just to do them. In the shroud of twilight, a tale doth unfold. Where the shadows dance, their secrets are told. A shadowy figure, his motives unclear, still his own kin. One he should hold dear. That's the father trying to kidnap the daughter. Now this one I'm not sure. I think it's this one. A tragic fruition, a mother's despair, her heiress undone by the one she once loved. Forsooth, it was not love that guided his glass, but a spiteful avarice one struggles to grasp. Okay, so in this one, the mother wasn't abusive. The father was just an asshole, so that's why he kidnapped the child. So that the mother wouldn't have an heir. I'm guessing she was rich. Okay, number 4. In clandestine steps, darkness as his guide, the man ventures deeper where riches doth hide. An unseen intruder with motives untold, his hands eager to touch, to grab and to hold. That one would be this one. Beneath moonlit skies, a villain's design, he trespasses where treasures brightly shine. With a selfish hand, With greed as his creed, he claims the spoil, indulging every single need. So this guy is robbing just to rob. He doesn't actually need any of that stuff, he just wants it. With her senses failing, she looks, mouth agape, at the one who forced her spirit to escape. Cold steel pierces vein, a sanguine flood, gazing back at her own flesh and blood. As the spark of life leapt from her eyes did flee, the man held his gaze filled with wicked glee, and unfeeling sigh the man's lip doth escape. A thirst for more bloodshed begins to take shape. Yeah, this was referring specifically to a woman, so it will be this one. And then that just leaves the last one. In shadows cast, the hunter lies in wait, his violent intent cloaked in a veil of fate. An enigma unfolds, motives undefined as the prey approaches, their fates intertwine. This victim has no gender, so that's how you know it's that one. The victim's eyes wide with terror and fright, the attacker's nature now comes into the light. Vicious is his cause and marred with dark pride, a show of brute strength for all to abide. So this one's just killing for killing's sake, to prove how strong he is. So this one's sure as hell not justified. He's a murderer. This one, it's the son who killed his mother. This guy just wanted to rob. Yeah, and then this he began to get more bloodthirsty after he did that. He got a taste for it. Like that kid in Deadpool 2, once he kills one, he gets a taste for it. So the only justified one is this one or this one. But it has to be two. I'm guessing though, because the guy does feel guilty here and he was trying to kill the evil nuns or priests. I guess you can kind of claim it's slightly justified here, but the best option is still number 2. So that's the one I'm going to pull. And apparently if you pull the wrong one, what happens is James just falls back to the basement of the prison and there's some monsters waiting for you there. So they don't appear directly behind you like they did originally. In the original game, they appear in the hallway. Here they just open up a trapdoor and you fall. But it's number 2. That's the justified one. I hope. The others all seem pretty clear. Pretty guilty. Damn, he smacked his head too. Yep, there you go. Easy, huh? That one wasn't complicated at all. I think it's difficult to make that puzzle hard, because there's always got to be a little clue that gives it away who's an actual criminal and who was just misguided. There's always one little clue that shows you this guy is less innocent than the other one. The original was a nightmare though. The original, you really had to work hard to figure out who was who, especially on hard mode. But here, it's really easy. Let's take a look at the corpse. Yeah, he wasn't quite dead. I wish James still had his lines about how horrible it smells in the hole, and how some of them are moving. He had all sorts of amusing little comments that have been taken out. I wish they'd kept those in. Because like I said before, you don't really get them too much often in Resident Evil games or other survival horror games anymore, and those really added personality to the characters. So I wish they'd kept them in, just so we could enjoy a bit of characters, have a bit of humor while examining these things. Alright, time to jump into another hole. This is where he had another comment too. He would say something like, this corpse into this hole. So he would question if that's what you had to do to throw the corpse into the hole, but obviously you had to jump into the hole yourself. But I guess that was also an extra hint if people still didn't get the message that you needed to jump down the holes. Because speaking of which, I was on the Reddit and I saw someone brought up a GameSpot review from way back when about Silent Hill 2. They hated that review. They hated that game, and apparently the GameSpot reviewer was too dumbass to realize that James isn't actually going underground, and that meat locker where he fights Eddie is not actually hundreds of miles underground or dozens of miles. It's just It's just the way that the town is functioning is warping everything around it. So even though you're going sideways in the prison, it actually looks like you're going underground. And the GameSpot reviewer who reviewed the game was too dumbass and stupid to realize it. His complaints about the game literally make no sense, and I'm not even the biggest fan of the original Silent Hill 2, but goddamn, like that guy was ignorant. People think IGN is ignorant. Oh no, they have nothing on that GameSpot fool, whoever he was. Honestly, that was 22 years ago, so that guy's probably fired by now. I don't think he's there anymore. But yeah, it looks like he completely played the game and never absorbed any of the stuff Team Silent was trying to tell him. He just said the game sucked compared to Silent Hill 1 because the other one was straightforward and this one was too convoluted. As if Silent Hill 1 isn't convoluted. People like that, you gotta wonder why they're even reviewing in the first place if they don't have the actual critical thinking skills to grasp what's being shown to them on screen. It's just like when IGN Australia got a guy who hated Star Wars to review Star Wars The Force Awakens on the PS3 and 360. Like, of all the people you could get in that office across the world, why would you give the assignment? Well, I guess maybe Australia, because it had to be an Australian guy, but of all the people on that continent, why would you give it to the one guy you know for a fact hates Star Wars? Why would you give him a Star Wars game to review? That makes no fucking sense. That's like giving me a Call of Duty copy to review when I mostly hate first-person shooters and don't like Call of Duty and never have liked Call of Duty. Why would you give me a copy to review? It's the same thing for that guy. Why would you give your copy of The Force Awakens to review to the one guy in the office that you know for sure hates Star Wars and starts off the review saying something like, I hate the Star Wars trilogies? And it's like, what the fuck are you smoking? Give it to someone who actually likes the series, you dumbasses. Some people just cannot think. Into the hole again, James. And I remember also one of his lines was, if we hadn't had like the prequels, this is what I imagined the game, this is what I imagined the next chapter in the Star Wars saga would have looked like. And it's like, dude, if you hadn't had the prequels, there would be no Force Awakens, you fucking idiot. Because not half of the stuff in that game comes from the prequels and the prequel books and the prequel comics and the prequel soundtrack. If you don't have the prequels in there, you freaking moron, you don't have the Force Awakens, period. And if you don't have Return of the Jedi, you know, to actually have closed out the original trilogy, then you still don't have the game. So it's like, of the 4 movies that you dislike, if you didn't have those movies at all, the game you're reviewing would literally not exist. It would not be there in your hands, you fucking moron. This is schmuck bait, because as soon as you touch the bullets, the elevator automatically shuts and it immediately goes down. It doesn't go down until you touch the bullets. Watch. See, there you go. Damn, we have 596 bullets. God damn. Worst thrill ride ever, James. This is like a bootleg version of the Tower of Terror from Disney back when it was still there. The Rod Serling ride. I wish I'd gotten to go on that ride once time in my lifetime, but at the same time I can't handle rides that plummet hundreds of feet down, so it probably would not have been a good idea. But I just would have loved to have seen it before they destroyed it and turned it into like a Guardians of the Galaxy ride, because as cool as Guardians is, like, it's one of the better Marvel franchises, but it's still, come on, man, you can't dishonor Rod Serling like that. They should have found some other way to do it, you know. They should find some other different way to do it, even if it meant that the Guardians ride was just confined to, like, say, Disney World instead of Disneyland. Okay, so we still have our save here for Maria in case we need to redo stuff over for the Maria ending. So we still have our save over there. Yeah, I wish I'd gotten to go on that Tower of Terror ride, even though, like I said, I probably would not have handled it well, but at least it would have been an experience. And I heard that there was all sorts of cool Twilight Zone stuff in there that you could look at. Like you had the napkin holder that was the devil napkin holder that predicted the future. You had, I think, the dummy from the dummy. You had I think there was a cameo from the devil from the Howling Man. So there was a lot of cool stuff there that they got rid of for Guardian shit. And I know you have to change things, they have to evolve, they can't stay the same, but still, like, I would have loved to have seen that ride in its prime. And it's still there at one of the Disney World resorts, or Disneyland resorts. I don't remember which, but that ride is still there at one of them. The Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, so maybe I can get some video footage and watch it. How cool would that be to actually watch like a VR walkthrough of that ride? That would be pretty cool. That's a good use of VR right there, to experience rides you can't see anywhere else because you can't go, or they're too far away, or you don't have the money. That's a good use of the VR tech right there. So I never got before what this was. It all looked like a bunch of office corridors to me in the original. Now I get that it's actually Angela's apartment complex, you know, like the hallway where she lived in one of these apartments. And I never got it before. I do now. It's a bit too subtle for me before. I thought it was just some random assortment of office, you know, office spaces, or like office corridors. Just weirdness for the sake of being weird. Now I understand it's actually her apartment complex. So yeah, like I said, some things do have to be made a bit less subtle, because otherwise you can miss them easily. There's a difference between telling someone something outright and just making it strongly hinting towards it. You know, like I appreciate a strong hint. I don't want you to tell me the stuff outright, but I appreciate a strong hint. I don't want you to make it so vague that you can't figure out what the hell is going on. Because that was one of the issues with The Evil Within, where we didn't even realize like what the hell was going on for like half the game. Yeah, this is the police report and the newspaper article saying that Mr. Orozco was stabbed to death and it was a crime of passion. He deserved it, but still, that's weighing on Angela's conscience. Look at the newspapers. I'm guessing besides the article, I'm guessing he read the newspaper a lot too, because this was what back, like, according to Ito, who may not be entirely correct, this was what, like late 70s, early 80s, or is it late 80s? It can't be too early, because otherwise they wouldn't have computers, so I assume it has to be like the somewhere towards the mid to late 80s, I assume. Oh, can we see his photo? Oh, well, that's not him. This is a random guy. I wanted to see if we could see him. Alright, here we go. How is this boss fight gonna play out? Because we can only use melee, so we can no longer slow him down. Oh boy, how is this gonna go? You notice now the doors have switched. The white one that's supposed to be pure is now nailed shut. It's nailed over with some boards, and then the dark one, which I guess stands for corruption, is open. I guess that signifies that Angela's falling deeper and deeper into her spiral of guilt. She's becoming more consumed by the town and her own dark memories. There's butter cake. Too bad we can't eat it, right? Alright, we're as ready as we're ever gonna be, so... Oh boy, how is this gonna go? We've got a pipe against that gigantic monster. This is not gonna be pretty. It's gonna be pretty ugly. Because we're not gonna be able to properly beat him down probably until the main section of the fight, like 4 corridors away. This was apparently supposed to be Angela's brother's door. I guess those are his stickers. I never really noted that in the in the original playthrough of this. I thought it was just some random door, but I guess that's her brother's door.
Please. I'll be good, I promise.
Let's see how this goes.
Tell him I'll be good, please.
Angela? Angela, it's me.
No. Please.
Here he comes. Daddy. He must weigh like a ton. Alright, so we're gonna have to go around, so I guess we got to lure him into this and then just go around him. Whack him, James. Alright, so he's less fast here. It's not too bad. Like he was ultra fast on hard mode. He was lightning quick and stronger, but here he's weaker and he's much slower. So it actually does give you time to dodge him and hit him with the pipe. So I guess in this version they really do intend for you to kill him for that reward. I mean for that trophy, unless you're using the chainsaw. I guess they really do intend for you to kill him on easy, because that's the only way you can really beat him. On normal it would be a little bit too hard, and on hard it would definitely be way too hard. You would never beat him on hard with the pipe. He's just too fast and too strong. He's almost invincible on hard. So yeah, not too bad so far. You just gotta sidestep his attack and just whack him upside the head with the pipe. Just dodge and move, pretty much. Just dodge and move and try to keep him confined to one large area like this one. You don't really wanna stray into the tight corridors, because then you can't maneuver, and that's when he traps you, because you can't go anywhere. So you kind of have to stay towards the large areas. There goes Angela running for her life. Yeah, so you want to trap them in the central areas where it's large and you can maneuver. That way you avoid any trouble. So there's her closet, which she apparently hid when she was running from her father, along with a teddy bear there. That's where she hid from his abuse, even though it didn't do her much good. This is Smash Daddy's TV set. I'm guessing that was his chair. Where is that TV set? Is it over here? Oh, yeah, there it is.
Aren't you sick? Care of you. All this shit.
Take this, Daddy, you son of a bitch. Here he comes. James, you fool, run. Oh. Oh, so we didn't even have to fight him there. He just disappeared. Rusty fan, trademark Silent Hill image. Where is he? There he is. There's the flesh walls. Disturbing imagery. Some people weren't sure if they're meant to be sheets or skin flaps. I think it's skin, but it can easily pass for both. They can also be skin sheets too. That one even looks like it has the outline of a person there. That's probably just my imagination, but that's kind of what it looks like here. You can see the head and the arms to the side. It's probably just my imagination playing tricks. But the wall itself is obviously skin. You can tell it's all torn up and bloody. So we obviously know what that signifies. Look at the mechanisms behind the other world stuff too. It's almost like Mars said in her playthrough, like you're getting like a behind the scenes glimpse at how Silent Hill actually functions when it transforms everything. You're seeing how the gears and pipes and all that stuff work to actually transform the surrounding environment. Oh shit, where is he?
Run away. Where would you be? Nothing. No one. There's.
Oh, the walls are breathing again. Apparently they took that out during the second update and then put it back in when people complained. I guess people thought it was too disturbing. Because God forbid you'd be disturbed playing a Silent Hill game, right? Alright, here we go. Oh no, this is not the final showdown. We still gotta pass one more section. Yeah, you can see it breathing there. Might have been because apparently it looked a little off originally too. I'm guessing like the animation wasn't quite right. That might have been why they removed it, because they wanted to fix it up a bit and then they added it back in. Yeah, it's a behind the scenes look at how Silent Hill actually functions. Look at the gears, the fan all working together to create this nightmare. Very interesting imagery. We've never really seen that before in the series. It was always just the other world superimposing itself on reality. We've never actually seen the way it works. Other than Valtiel turning the valves, that's pretty much the only imagery we got in Silent Hill 3. Him turning the valves to shift everything over. But we never really got anything more than that. Oh yeah, this is pure hell on earth. Look at that. Look at the pistons. Alright, let's go, daddy. Let's rumble. You sack of shit. Come here, big man. Yeah, you're no match for James. James is an expert pipe wielder at this point. Look at that, he's got combination, he's got stamina, he's got reflexes. Oh yeah, you can with James. He's too powerful. Beat him up, James. Look at it, not even one hit. Damn, look at that, James. James whipped his ass. Not even one hit on him. He just completely nailed him.
Okay, Angela. It's okay. Calm down.
Don't order me around!
I'm not. It's okay. It's over.
James should have
Don't
just
even
left.
Try.
He should have just left her there, because that would have avoided
Like
setting
you
her
don't
off.
know. I see what you're doing. It's always the same with you. You're only after one thing.
Angela, please.
You don't have to lie. Go ahead. Say it. Or you could just force me. Like he always did. You disgusting pig. I hate you. I hate you.
Angela. I don't know who you think I am, but I don't want to hurt you. I just want to get my Mary back.
You can tell he's tired. He's trying to be patient with her,
You're Mary.
but he still has that little bit of ownership of Mary there, which is definitely not healthy.
Little Mary.
At least she was.
For a while.
What?
Admit it. You didn't want her around anymore.
No.
You probably found someone else.
No!
I need to find my mama.
Alright, good luck with that. I wonder if she kind of senses something about what's going on with his situation, because as far as she knows,
I never.
he told her Mary's dead. Mary died of an illness, or he didn't say an illness, but she said she was deceased, so nothing that she's saying makes sense. So I wonder if she's kind of picking up on that. Like James was able to enter her other world for a slightest bit over here with the flesh folds and the pistons and the abstract daddy monster. He was able to see her other world. I wonder if she's able to maybe see a bit of his, and that's how she's picking up on the fact that some things aren't lining up quite right. Who's that on the wall? Is that her brother, or is that just a random picture? Who is that? Some people say this is the Gillespie house right there. I don't really agree. It doesn't really look anything like the Gillespie house. The ceiling's off. Yeah, the Gillespie house was isolated, but I really don't think it's that one. I think it's just a random house in the middle of nowhere, like Paper House from the movie. You know, it's not really meant to be the Gillespie house. I think it could be interpreted as that, but I don't think it's. I don't think it's so. I think it's not. It's just a regular house. But yeah, I wonder if she sees a little bit of his other world, because people say how can they see it? Like, aren't they supposed to not intersect? But I think once you got so much trauma on there from different people, I think they tend to start getting overlapped on top of each other, or overlaid on top of each other. I know Ito said in the original James couldn't see the flames, but he felt the heat. That's why he says it's hot in hell in here. He said it's hot as hell in here, so he sensed the heat, but he didn't really see it. We saw it, but here he could definitely see it, because he had to run through all that section. So I wonder if it's just when you get that many people with trauma combined in the room, that's when it starts to like it starts to get out of control, and you can see stuff just getting completely mixed up. It's all getting jumbled from the different sources of trauma. You suck. Beat on you some more, piece of shit. Yeah. Take that, daddy, you jackass. I'd shoot you if I could, but the game would probably count it against me. Even if the bullet's not hitting anything. No, it wouldn't count it against me, but it would be a waste of ammo. Even though, again, we're not using the gun, but there's no reason to fire it anyway. I want to see exactly how many bullets we get at the end. So I think we got everything. Oh no, we didn't get everything from here. We had bullets in the recliner. So where do we go now? It's funny that GameStop idiot also, GameSpot idiot also said the storyline in the second game was incomprehensible. Like, what part of James looking for Mary and running into other people who are troubled and him having a darker past is incomprehensible? Like I said, like, do you literally not know how to pay attention to scenes in movies or video games or TV shows? Because there's been way more convoluted. Yeah, we're not getting through this, James. Back off. Back off slowly from the writhing limbs. I do like that they did this image from the all the mannequins and stuff from the original Silent Hill 2 intro and manual, because you could see it there, but you never had that mountain of mannequins before. They actually did it here, so kudos to them. But anyway, getting back to the GameSpot stuff, like, do you literally not know how to pay attention to movies or TV shows in that case? Because there's been way more convoluted stuff than what we see here in Silent Hill 2. So I don't know what the hell that guy was going on about. Like, I was watching a streamer earlier tonight, and they were talking in the chat about how apparently people, if you give them too long of an intro on YouTube, they click out automatically. They can't even wait 4 fucking seconds for the video to start, because they have that ADHD or ADHD, ADD, how do you call it, attention deficit disorder, whatever. But like, thanks to TikTok and stuff like that, people have really short attention spans, so they can't even handle a 4-second intro. But I'm guessing that started even way back in like the earlier 2000s, because to have a guy on a professional review site like GameSpot who can't even handle paying attention for like a 5-hour game, that is truly pathetic. That you literally have someone on staff who doesn't know how to pay attention to cutscenes. Presumably, I assume, with the subtitles turned on, and he just doesn't understand anything. His attention span is not long enough to understand a fully developed story like that over the course of 5 to 8 hours. Is too short. Like, that's just truly pathetic. So I imagine that guy would just not be, he would be completely unable to understand something like David Lynch movies, because he would never piece together even the smallest pieces of the puzzle. It would just be completely beyond them. Something like Lost Highway, or even Jacob's Ladder. That guy would probably just watch Jacob's Ladder and say like, what the hell? He would not understand anything that's going on in that movie. This is sad to see some people like that. They have literally no attention span, no comprehension skills. They just absorb stuff superficially, and so anything that you try to do subtly, it just goes right over their head. They just literally cannot comprehend it. Here goes some people's favorite scene in the entire game. I don't know if it's one of mine, but it's definitely very well done.
Maria, I thought that thing killed you. Are you hurt?
Not at all, silly.
But the thing, it stabbed you. There was blood everywhere.
Stabbed me? What do you mean?
It chased us to the elevator and then...
James, what are you talking about?
Just before. Don't you remember?
James? Honey? Did something happen to you? After we got separated in that long hallway? Are you confusing me with someone else? You were always so forgetful. Remember that time in the hotel?
Maria?
You said you took everything. But you forgot that videotape we made. I wonder if it's still there.
How do you know about that? Aren't you Maria?
I'm not your Mary.
So you are Maria.
I am. If you want me to be.
All I want from you is an answer.
Doesn't matter who I am. I am here for you, James. See? I'm real.
She's got a nice choker
You wanna
on.
touch me?
Look at the detail on those nails and his teeth. And the pores on his face. This is really well done.
Well. If you happen to make up your mind, I'll be waiting.
I'll find some way to... I'll come back, I promise.
There's definitely a sinister vibe about this one that I think wasn't quite there in the original one. Especially with that door closing like that. Very sinister. I think it depends on whether you like her voice acting better or the original. The original has a bit more sass to her. She's a lot more sassy and seductive. This one's kind of more matter of fact, but she definitely has a more sinister presence about her, sinister aura that the original one didn't quite have. The original one was more playful. So I think it depends on your vibe, which one you vibe to. I guess if I had to truly say, they're probably equals because Maria's performance for me was slightly better in the original here. I mean the original cutscene than here. But the thing is, James's performance is far superior here than he was to guy Sehe or Chihi, whatever, in the original. It was guy played it way too exaggerated, and he was just you didn't really believe some of what he was saying. Like when he asked, "Are you Marie? Aren't you Maria?" That line was fine, but then when he was arguing about what happened with the blood and the elevator and stuff, he was just way too exaggerated. So it was not good. You know, for a game that's trying to take itself ultra seriously, and it's really corny, cheesy, cornball acting from Guy there. So even though Maria might have been far better there in terms of showing seductive, you know, like hints and showing emotion and stuff like that, but at the same time James was subpar there. Maria here can sound a little indifferent or matter of fact, but she's also James is far superior in his performance here. So it balances out basically. It balances out. I wonder if you can do the floors in any order. Does it always have to be rotten? What's the other one? Drowned or something like that? Rotten, drowned, and then the broken one? Or can you do them in... Well, obviously you can't do the broken one until the end, but can you do the other two in either order? Or does it always have to be the rotten one first? I guess we're about to find out. Oh yeah, I guess it always does have to be the rotten one first, because that's where you get access to the bag. The the large sandbag hanging in the center of the room. So I guess it always does have to be the rotten one first. I kind of wish that weren't so. I kind of wish you could do them in different order. But I guess you always have to get the rotten area first. Okay, so from the suspended cage room, we gotta go west. Now, where is the suspended cage room? We don't have a map, so we gotta find our way over there without triggering this weirdo. The guy hanging from the grating and screaming his ear off. Oh no, we're still not there. Here's the suspended cage room. We don't have anything to use on that just yet. I don't know why James can't just shoot it down, but I guess he can. He has to burn it. That's what Roomby was asking. Why can't you just shoot it down? You have a gun, man. Just shoot the damn thing down. Leon would do it. I know James isn't Leon, but he's got like 600 rounds right now, so ammo's not a problem. You can afford to spend 30 of them and shoot that damn thing down. Imagine if you could do that and then skip that whole section. Like maybe it took you like 30 bullets, but you could actually do it. Okay, it says suspended cage room. Gotta go west, so I'm guessing west would be this direction, right? And then to immediately to the right is a breakable wall. That's what it says. Oh, there it is right there. James, hurry up before he comes. Get your ass in there before he comes back. Okay, we made it. Is he over here? Oh, look at that. It's the old noose room from the original. I never even noticed that was missing before. I thought they just replaced it completely, but no, there it is right there. Look at that, the old noose room with the 6 nooses that you had to pull. Remember that one with the old puzzle? Look at that, it's right there. I never even knew that was there. I thought they just replaced it completely with the gallows puzzle at the prison yard. I didn't even know this was here until I read it in the guide. Literally, I read it in the guide like 2 days ago, pretty much, when I was looking over the glimpses of the past. So this is a pretty cool detail. I did not know I did not know this was even here. Look at how far that noose stretches. It's up into the sky. That's one hell of a noose. And that's the broken one from the original Innocent Man. Does it have the signs? Kinda, but they're all blotted out and faded. Yeah, you can really make them out. Yeah, with power panel. No, there's no other, so yeah, I guess the signs still technically are there, but you can't make them out. It would have been cool if you could read them. If you could actually read the signs. That would have been pretty interesting. And they still said the same things they said before. That would have been pretty cool. Alright, we avoided that guy. Aw, goddamn. Oh damn, we still have to go down there anyway, shit. Because we missed the right path. We needed to go straight ahead and then make a right. Yeah, so let's just run all the way down and then make a right. I kind of hate this section with all the bugs and those are underground monsters, because it's so difficult to kill. You gotta use up a lot of ammo and then they stun you. I don't like being immobilized by enemies like that. It's a pain. I don't think we're gonna have time to finish the labyrinth. I kind of wanted to finish the labyrinth before we went over to the hotel, but I don't think we're gonna have the time. I think because we should have done the remainder of the prison last time, we would have had time now. But since we skipped it and we had to do that whole section, that's why we're not gonna have enough time. So let's see how far we get. And each section is so long too, that's the problem. They're all so long. Who is in here? Nobody. Alright, so let's dig into the old glory hole again and pull whatever's inside there. Just dig into the slime, James. Yeah, just let it marinate in there for a little bit. Got the lighter wick from John Wick. Is that his real name? I know we're gonna find out probably in like that ballerina film or not, but is that his real name, or is that the name he took on? John, not John, but Wick. Is that his real name, or is that a fake name he adopted over time? Because I imagine his real name was probably something like Russian or Eastern. God damn. Or Eastern European, right? That's where he was from. Alright, we gotta go make a right. Gotta wait until that jackass moves. Nope. Oh, come on. I tried to dodge, but it wasn't fast enough. Now I'm a bit confused about the strange photo number 20, because it says when you reach an octagonal room full of bugs, check it in there. It should be right there. So I assume that was yes, it says climb up the ladder on the left, enter in the next room to find this photo. So I assume that was Pyramid Head's room, because it's an octagonal room full of bugs. But then it also says the number 21 you have to get. Oh yeah, because now I remember. Yeah, because they're right, because I remember the last room the last section is the gauntlet. Okay, so I was getting confused. I thought the gauntlet came first. No, yeah, you do visit Pyramid Head before the gauntlet. That's why. Okay, so yeah, it is the little room where he has his lair down there. Oh, and apparently I didn't notice, but this is actually James's workspace. So this is his office. That's why he's down here. So the nurse might have represented that it might have symbolized that he spent a lot of time alone at his office talking with Mary here. So yeah, this was James's cubicle from his job. What do you think his job is? I said it before, he does strike me as an office man, but I don't know what exactly he would do. Do we have a hint? Statistics of annual revenues to statewide prices. Is he an insurance agent? I guess that would be why he belongs in hell. Or is he just a sales rep? Maybe he's a sales rep. That might explain his surly attitude. Because sales is a pretty tough business. You have to deal with nasty customers, and then oftentimes you end up becoming the nasty salesman. So that might explain his surly temperament that Mary excuses to Laura, saying how he doesn't laugh much. Maybe he is a sales rep, especially with stuff like this, statistics of annual revenues, statewide prices. You got a graph there. What does it say there? Are those accounts, or what are those projects? Yeah, I'm guessing he might have been a sales rep of some kind. An office clerk. I would have thought a post office worker. Can you imagine James as a mailman? I can see him as a mailman pretty easily. But no, looks like he did work in an office. God damn, where is this? Who is in here? Oh, it's one of those. We haven't seen you guys in a while. I wonder how they made that sound in the original, because it almost sounds like a speeding car. It would be funny if it weren't coming from a monster. It would just provoke a laugh, because it always it does sound literally like a speeding car trying to get away from the police or something. Like two drug dealers stole a car and they're just speeding to get away from it, or a car hijack, or someone who stole a car. That's literally what it sounds like a speeding car just trying desperately to get away. Not yet, James. We gotta get us in the room. I do worry when he does that sometimes, that we're gonna miss out on objects because he's not gonna be able to get back. Damn, we missed that one. What a whiff. Okay, so there are definitely less ninja here than they are in the other difficulties. They're more like persistent enemies. They were the way they were in the original. That's what they are here on easy mode. They're not quite as formidable, because they are outright ninjas on a normal and hard. But here they're basically pretty tolerable. They're basically at the level here they were in the original game, where they're just pushovers. They have some attacks, but they're not really a big deal. I did not even see that one coming. And I was still able to dodge, see? If that had been hard, it would have connected. It definitely would have connected with its attack on hard mode or even normal. But on easy mode, even though I didn't see it, I was still able to dodge it in time. So yeah, on easy difficulty, they pretty much are just the regular mannequins from the original game. Not too threatening, you know, they're more for show, just to scare you, but they don't really do that much damage. Which is one of the things I didn't like about the original normal difficulty, the fact that you know, they didn't have a lot of enemies that could do damage. They were pretty much just for show. What do we have? We have the... Okay, we need the iron key to open that one door. We have the wick. I was thinking of the liquors from Resident Evil for some reason. Where is the iron key door? I don't remember where it is. Is it over here? Is it to the right? I don't remember where the iron key door is. Is that a mannequin? Oh no, this is the fridge with the juicy stuff in it. The juicy juice. Oh, look at that slime. The bakers must have been here. This reads like their trademark. They must have been here. Preparing some cannibal feast. Alright, got lighter fluid. Yeah, that literally looks like the guts and stuff they had stored in the refrigerator in their dirty kitchen, which they were using to prepare actual actual cannibal meals from the fridge. People are wondering what this door is. There have been a couple topics on it on Reddit wondering what this door is. I think it's just an imagined door. It's not really to trick you into thinking there's a door there, although it can actually work, but I think it's just, like they say, one of those odd little details about the other world that's just not explained. It just reminds you of Beetlejuice and how you can draw a door just by drawing with some chalk. Or Pan's Labyrinth, or even Paper House, where you can draw a whole house just by using the a pencil. Alright, we almost have everything. We almost have everything we need to burn down the rope holding up the suspended cage. Now we gotta go forward and then to the right. I thought that was an enemy hanging around here. It looked like a leg for a moment. Alright, we made it. There we go. But before we go in there, let's take a look at what's over here. Oh, there we go. We're at the suspended cage room again. So yeah, we just have to get the lighter and that'll be it. Gotta go visit Maria. Gotta visit her like 3 times. Oh, and apparently James can't stick his hand in here. It's just too hot for him. It doesn't actually melt off his arm or anything like that. Yeah, that's way too hot, James. He's not even burned though, so he's got tough skin. Anyone else will probably get blisters from that, but not James, manly ass Sunderland. He's got hands like granite. He'll just stick him into anything and not fear any damage whatsoever. turn the valve so we can implode that stuff. Or we can drain it. I didn't realize that in the hotel, when you're in the bar during the section with no weapons and you turn the valve and you go into the bar and you find the aquarium tank has exploded and all the fish are lying on the ground. I didn't know that it's because you turned the valve and that released the water pressure and that caused the tank to rupture. I just always thought it was always broken. I didn't know you actually caused the tank to rupture yourself. But yeah, this explains it right here, because it also shattered the toilet and the bathtub. There we go, got the broken lighter. Let's go burn stuff down. So that was a little detail that I overlooked. I didn't realize that it was supposed to be the fact that you were messing around with the water pressure that caused the aquarium tank to basically explode and kill all the fish. Got a lighter. Alright, we could save here if something goes wrong, but I think I'm just gonna risk it. Let's see if he just goes down. Because there's nothing else to get here, right? I think we got everything. Yeah, we got everything there is to get in the maze, so let's just risk it. Let's just go down. Good thing we have the little prompt telling us what angle to approach it from. Alright, and we are back at the Labyrinth again. Gotta go visit Maria a second time. And then a third time after we do the next section. But we're not gonna do that section right now because it's almost 4 AM, so I've gotta be up early, so I can't unfortunately record for 2 hours like I'd like to. Or longer than that. But let's go visit Maria. So she's supposed to be humming the theme of Laura, the intro theme to the original Silent Hill, the one that has a remix version here. I think that's what she's supposed to be humming according to people, theme of Laura. That's a nice little detail they put there. Okay, so we did one section. Next up is the... I forgot what they call that section. Is it the drowned section, I believe? Something like that? Flooded area. The flooded area is next. But we're gonna save. Alright, so we killed the abstract daddy boss again for a third time. This time it was way easier than the other two because we just literally beat him to death with the pipe. He was no challenge at all. James didn't even get hit once during that last fight with the boss. He just completely outmaneuvered him. So right now we've completed one section out of out of 3 for the labyrinth. Next up is the flooded area, and then we have the broken area with the gauntlets. So we gotta visit Maria after each time to make sure they count for the Maria ending. And on the third time we come here to turn the block, you actually have to get a photo that you can easily miss. That's the only opportunity to get it. Because I believe before that it's basically in one of the windows, but you can't rotate the cube enough to get that photo. So that's literally your only chance to get it on the third time coming through this area. I didn't know that until I read it. I thought you could get it at any time if you just rotated the right cube, you know, if you just rotated the right face to open up the path. But no, apparently you can only get it on the third time you visit the cube. So it's one of those items where it's basically you got one shot to get it, and if you miss it, too bad, it's gone. So we gotta remember to do that next time. Should be easy since we have the guide that I printed out guiding us on where all the collectibles are. And then we gotta go fight Eddie, who I imagine will be a lot less stressful here than he was on hard mode, because he took a lot of ammo and a hell of a lot of health on hard mode. God damn, he took like 10 different health items, and like I don't even remember how many bullets it took to kill him. Probably like 25 or something from like the shotgun and the rifle. So he was really challenging on hard mode, and he could just have sniper aim with that revolver. He could sense where you were at all times and just completely nail you with a revolver from way across the room. So I assume he's gonna be much easier on this time, which means we can just beat on him with the pipe like we did the dad monster from Angela. And after that we'll probably have 2 more videos left, because the hotel is actually a really long section, so it's impossible to cover it in one video. So I'd say at most we have 3 videos left before we're completely finished with Silent Hill 2 Remake. If there's a spare trophy that I need to get, maybe I'll just start doing it on my own, but we probably have 3 videos at most before we finish with the game. It's been a pretty good ride, pretty wild ride, exploring these different difficulty options, but overall, yeah, my feelings haven't changed. It's still a great game, still a great Silent Hill 2 Remake. They did justice to almost every aspect of the game, and yeah, hopefully we see at least one more Silent Hill Remake from Bloober in the future. But that's it for now. Thank you for watching as always, and I will see you again next time on Silent Hill 2 Remake on the PS5. See you later, everyone.